Hello and welcome back to the channel. I've been playing a lot of Guardians of the Galaxy lately, and it's really great overall. I would have done a Let's Play, but I don't play with subtitles normally. I didn't want to ruin the experience playing it while trying to figure out when I'd be able to add commentary and crap. But anyway, I wanted to talk about this whole superhero mantle thing. You know, it's pretty funny that the group of people online that are always screeching about cultural appropriation are the ones insisting that the OG superheroes get replaced with their knockoff versions. It's not enough to simply say, create more diverse characters. You have to make Superman gay, or Spider-Man black. There has to be a black Batman, even though the character is literally stealing someone else's identity and purpose for being. I hate the whole concept of a superhero's name or title being a mantle that any old dipshit can be forced into, just to appease some assholes on Twitter. You know the whole fake Twitter outrage over X-23 being the real Wolverine, or whatever it is they keep bitching about. It's ridiculous. She's not Wolverine. No one will ever accept her as Wolverine. But these idiots at Marvel would rather troll readers instead of just giving Laura her own damn name and look. Perch did a video about this recently, talking about how turning Laura into Wolverine actually hurt the character. They took away her look and her chance to grow into her own popular character, and they turned her into someone who keeps insisting she's somebody else. Like Perch said, Marvel thinks they're hurting the fans by doing this, but they're not. Fans just ignore Laura. It's funny how now that She-Hulk is getting her own TV show, Marvel has gone back to the sexy, jolly green, smart She-Hulk. For years, these assholes have been trolling themselves, thinking they're trolling fans, by having She-Hulk run around looking ugly and being dumb. That's how they decided to liberate She-Hulk from her problematic past. Quote unquote problematic past. But getting back to Laura. So you have these psychopaths on Twitter yelling about how Laura is Wolverine. She's the real Wolverine and all this bullshit. And how X-23 is her slave name and she shouldn't be called that. And then they bring out some dumbass panel where Laura tells someone she's Wolverine. Something like, actually, I'm Wolverine. And then they have this prick, Logan, standing there with this stupid-ass merc. He's supposed to be the real fucking Wolverine. But he's standing there with a smirk, and after X-23 says, I'm Wolverine, this clown, sellout, goes, that's right, kid. What kind of stupid shit is this? What kind of sense does it make to have two people running around with the same fucking code name? If you don't like the X-23 name, fine. Why insist that she should take the popular, established, iconic originals name, though? That's why you can't take SJWs seriously, because if they really cared about protecting people's identity and the importance of acknowledging identity, they wouldn't be calling to have Laura steal Logan's fucking name. They would just say Laura needs her own new name. They could call her Honey Badger instead of whoever the hell that other character that had the name. I think her name is Scout now, right? I don't know much about all the different stupid-ass Logan clones. I mean, to be honest, the idea that these evil government agents would clone a female version of Wolverine is jokes. Why would you want a physically inferior version of Wolverine anyway? I don't care why. Actually, it doesn't matter. I mean, they could call her Razorback or Javelina, but Marvel are idiots, and they will destroy any chance this character has of making it on her own just to own comic fans. They could call her Raptor or her Vagina Dentata and give her her own look back. Idiots. Now, Kate Bishop, she's another one. This weird obsession these clowns at Marvel have of calling her the real Hawkeye and the best Hawkeye instead of, again, just giving her her own fucking name. None of this is about adversity. None of it is about inclusion. It's all about taking something from the bad fans and giving them to this non-existent audience they know will never show up. I don't understand what's going on in a writer's mind who would keep having the character insist they're the real version of someone else and act like it's a good trait. Why would anyone think someone would like a character who keeps saying, I'm the real version of the original character? You're an imposter. No one will ever take you seriously. Kate Bishop is a boring, dull, useless character with a lame costume, with no shape. I love Haley Steinfeld, but I don't care about the Hawkeye show. I think, though, in a case like the MCU, having a new character take Hawkeye's name, if he were to die or leave or whatever, that might be more acceptable because it's in a line of progression. But having two people running around with the same name is stupid. And the fact that she was mad in the comic when Clint came back because she didn't want to give the name is ridiculous. And fuck Captain America for even giving her the name to begin with. They've really shit on Cap over the years. He's been a straight cuck and simp for the longest time now, which is worse than being a Nazi. What should have happened when Clint came back is Kate should have said, welcome back. I'm going to get a new name now. She could have taken the name Ronin from Clint. Now, Clint would have probably been like, the writers would have made Clint be like, if you use the name Ronin, I will be triggered. But she should have just took that name. Or she could have called herself Lady Hawk. You know, when they got this cool musician named Lady Hawk. And to say nothing in the movie, but yeah, she could have been called Lady Hawk, or Warbow, or Strongbow, or Trick Shot, or Shaped Like an Arrow. Whatever. Now, Miles Morales is another one. But with him, at least when he first came on the scene, he was in the Ultimate Universe. And he was the only one running around as Spider-Man. I don't even know what happened to Peter in that universe. I remember hearing about it on Tumblr, and they were acting like it was such an amazing thing, no pun intended. It wasn't a big deal to me because I didn't need a black superhero to validate me or my love of comics. I can identify with all sorts of characters, or I can identify with all of them. They don't have to be black or male or straight. But SJWs don't understand comics or how fans relate to the characters, which is why comics are dying in the West. When the Ultimate line went away, instead of just canceling Miles along with the rest of the dead comics, they had to bring him into the regular Marvel Universe, but not change his name. They should have changed his name. I don't know why these idiots thought having two people called Spider-Man running around made sense. It's like these people don't care about their brand or what makes a character unique. They literally just have the black version of Spidey in the universe, and we're all supposed to just accept it as no big deal. I don't care about Miles Morales at all. He's not Spider-Man. But I thought he was fine in the PS4 Spidey game, and the scene where Spider-Man teaches him how to throw a punch is really great. And having Miles as someone Peter mentors would work well if they gave the guy his own identity. Call him Spider Shock, and if that's too close to Static Shock, even though Static is literally the real Black Spider-Man, then call him Spider Sting or Stinger or Stinger Spider or what, I don't know. Just, it doesn't have to be a spider's name exactly. It's just hilarious to me to think about these knockoff characters and how pathetic these assholes on Twitter are. Screeching every time it's pointed out that Miles Morales' Spider-Man doesn't sell, or refer to Laura as X-23, or ignore the existence of Kate Bishop. It says a lot about the people fighting for the superiority of fake versions of iconic characters. You can't trust them, they're not to be taken seriously, and listening to them is what's gotten Marvel and DC in the place they are now. A laughingstock. Thanks for listening.